640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2.
News Talk 640 WFNC. DADMA, CONSALVI, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How about you, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm going to bring your compadre up, Chip Lucas. You guys are with the Cumberland County School System, and Chip revealed the fact that years and years ago, when I had hair, our kids played together in sports. In the main, where has the time gone?
It's flying by very fast.
Well, it's good to see you again. You've been here on other occasions. Chip, your title is the Cumberland County Schools Executive Director of Career and Technical Education. That all fits on a business card, 2 business cards put together.
Barely.
Yes. And DADMA, Cumberland County Schools Family and Community Engagement Liaison.
That is correct.
And you guys have a program that's going to be on Facebook, on your Facebook page. I want to get right to that because that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you out here. I saw the flyer on it. Tell us what the program is and why you're doing it.
Yes, Cumberland Family Academy this is part of Cumberland Family Academy. We have some sessions that we recorded previously and we shared live. It was lunch and learn sessions. Now we're replaying them, and it's called Facebook Live Sessions. They're going to be, we had our first session yesterday, which was Infinite Campus. We want families to know more about their kids' grades, assignments, and things like that, and have access to that tool. So that's why we share that session for Infinite Campus session. But then also the beauty of this is that it's on Facebook Live. So even if they didn't have a time to watch it at the beginning, that's a lunch and learn session, they had a chance to watch it yesterday, or they can go to Facebook and just watch it at their own convenience.
Right. Now, there's one that's coming on tonight, or do they come on, because I'm on Facebook Live, I guess you can access them anytime, or do you have one that's specifically happening tonight?
They can access the session like yesterday's session anytime, but tonight's session will start replaying today, and then they will have access to it over and over again.
You know, I've got Chip, I've got everybody up on camera right now. The thing is that sometimes it seems like a maze in order for parents to really understand what's going on in the classroom, how their kids are developing or processing through the system, and you want to keep up with that. That's important.
Yes,
talk about that.
Absolutely. So in our program, Career and Technical Education, we hosted a lunch and learn back in the spring, and that one is going to replay this evening. Tanika Williams was the moderator of that one. And Career and Technical Education, our program really helps students to find what it is they're excited about, passionate about, and really gain some real-world experience for their futures, whatever they may be.
You know, and again, a lot of kids, we ask kids an awful lot of themselves at a very young age. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And that changes. You see that in talking with kids.
It does. It does. We have exposure to students grades 5 through 12 in the Career and Technical Education program. So absolutely, as they get into our career and academic planning tool, which we use throughout the district, it's called Major Clarity. They have markers 5th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade. They may change their mind from one level of elementary to middle to high school. Yes, sir.
Well, you know, and the thing about it is, as I think back even to my days in junior high school, and I've talked about this at Penn Treaty Junior High in Philadelphia, at one point, they let the boys take cooking and home ec, and they let the girls take wood shop and metal shop. And what a change that was for me. I learned how to type and touch type. I didn't learn. I was learning how to be a journalist back then. And so exposure to the programs that the Cumberland County Schools has is just very important for a child's decision and growth.
Absolutely. And those programs, of course, have evolved over the years. Now, business and computer programming and computer science, and we have health science, and home ec is now family consumer sciences. So a lot of that has really changed throughout the years.
DADMA, what do you want to emphasize for parents in terms of what they can expect when they go to the Facebook sessions that you have?
They can expect a wealth of information. So many things, so many questions answered. We're going to have sessions about how to deal with social, emotional aspects for the students, ways to help students at home. So it's a variety of sessions. We're also going to have a pre-K session which that was very popular, and I bet a lot of people are gonna want to take advantage of that opportunity.
Now, Chip, you said the age range. What grades again?
Our funding is available to support middle grades, which that does start as a rising fifth grader up into the 12th grade. Yes.
But you got to be concerned with the fact that you see kids with these things in their hands, preschool. And so this really impacts a lot of the stuff that kids are doing. So you got to keep up with the technology that they have. And sometimes they're ahead of what you do. What's the challenge there for you in terms of social media and all the things? I'm going to ask both of you that question.
Well, I think the challenge is being very relevant to the age that we're in. And fortunately, having a platform that is accessible for not just students.
And let me have you move over a little bit because you're hiding.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Students, just as much for students as parents. And so they need to be able to have that access, on-demand access, so that they can explore what they really want to do.
And DADMA, for you, your thoughts about the social media stuff that kids deal with every day in education?
Well, for kids, and I'm thinking parent-wise as well. For kids, well, I guess that's the way they communicate nowadays, where they get their information, where we can get their attention. But also now for families, in our case, we're using these sessions, sharing them through Facebook, which has become like a popular social media platform for families to engage. It's just very easy, and it's just with a click of a button or even opening the page, they'll be able to access the sessions.
Well, as we speak right now, this is a podcast. It's on my Facebook page. It's also on my YouTube channel at the same time. So this is live right now as we speak. I'm glad you came camera ready to be. You guys are handsome people on the camera here. And sometimes you come to the radio station and you think, oh my God, we're just going to be talking on the radio. No, but we're trying to meet people where they are. And where they are right now is in the palm of their hands. And it's more than Facebook. You have all the social media channels that kids are involved with. And, sometimes the stuff evolves so fast that you have to make changes in, I don't know, do you make changes in curriculum based on the fact that how you teach what's going on in school?
Absolutely. In the state of North Carolina, the rising ninth graders that are going into high school next year, they're going to have a credit in computer science before they graduate. So we also, that will be new for our high schools next year. Also, we have to ensure that there is a survey course of computer science available in our middle grades as well. So those are legislated, and we have to, of course, move with that and ready our schools to prepare to offer those courses.
One thing that I think is really neat, graduation just happened. You have a lot of kids who are involved with programs. They not only graduated with their degree, but they have credits in college. Talk about that, because that is just a neat tool for our young folks.
Sure. So we have a partnership with Fayetteville Technical Community College called the Career and College Promise Program, and locally we brand that as High School Connections. So students can actually be dually enrolled in both high school and college at the same time. Some of those courses can be general ed courses that would satisfy any of the UNC system, math, English, histories, whatever they might be involved in. But also, there are career and technical education pathways that students can be involved in at the college level. And those courses that students go through can go into diplomas or certificates or even 2-year degrees at FTCC and get students ready for the workplace.
Well, and I was just going to bring that up because college isn't for everybody.
It's not.
And that's okay. And I guess the quicker you realize that, the better it is for you in terms of what you're going to do in life, and you're not just idly sitting by, that you have something that's exciting in your life that you can work to achieve. And I've always said, once you find something that you enjoy and you can make money at it, you're never going to work. I'm sure both of you see that in students that you encounter.
Yes, we
Absolutely. I mean, part of our new strategic plan is really one of the elements is workforce readiness. So we want to ensure that students are eventually going to go to work and do something that they really love to do. So we're ensuring that students have all of the skills, durable skills, as well as technical skills for whatever they choose to do. Some of our students can leave our high school courses with industry recognized credentials that give value to their resume, or put those credentials of value in their wallet so they can show employers that they have certain skill sets prior to going into work.
And I guess it's important with these programs like the one on Facebook for parents to say, look, I didn't know that that's what could happen. I'll talk about that, Emma, and about how that knowing this information is important to parents.
Well, parents are some parents might not be familiarized with how the changes in the work in the different things that the options that their students might have, like what he's talking about. I mean, we have skilled trades, and some parents have not thought about that. Some people are just focused on military or college. Well, no, there are some other options. Students can gain these skills, and also that other part where they can gain college credits now. So it's like it's a lot of information that parents need to know.
You know, the thing about this community, because we have Fort Bragg right down the road, there's a lot of emphasis on military, and a lot of kids who look at that as an option, not only as in the Army, but any branch of the service as well, which is a good option for students who are just on the fence about what it is they want to do. How much encouragement do we give kids in terms of letting them know that the military is an option?
Well, we, Career and Technical Education, now is the supervisor of the JROTC program. So we are ensuring that, just like we have promoted our Career Technical Education programs, that we're promoting what JROTC is as well. And we have the multiple branches within the 10 high schools. So it is program choice, just like any other elective or pathway that a student might want to be involved in. So as we put our course selection guide together, we have those options available for students to select. And here again, just like Career and Technical Education, we don't have those shop classes in every school. We don't have the same branch of the military in every high school, but there is an option available there for students if they choose.
All right, and here's the elephant in the room question for you, and maybe you don't have an answer, but the fact is, artificial intelligence is changing everything, and I'm sure you guys are seeing it, and some for the good, some for the bad. But it's out there, and we can't just ignore it in education. What's the thought process for those of you in leadership positions in terms of making sure our kids are exposed, or making sure that the system is involved in using it to the advantage of our kids?
Well, our district took the guidance from the State Department on how to ensure that we go through artificial intelligence safely. And so Cumberland County has established their guidance and guidelines around artificial intelligence. And we'll have to also say that that is for students as well as our teachers and educators as well. CTE, Career and Technical Education, does have in its course inventory a course, Artificial Intelligence. So we are certainly teaching that and putting that out there for our schools to look at as something they want to offer. And we've been successful at one of our schools that has taught that course, and we've had students to do the Presidential AI Challenge, and they've won competitions. And so I think they're responsibly looking at artificial intelligence and using it, seeing the benefits, but also proceeding with caution as they look at it.
All right, Chip and DADMA, it's about time for us to say goodbye. But it's good. I'm glad you guys were in here and talked with Lindsay Whitley, and I said we need to talk about the thing that's going to be happening tomorrow night on Facebook. Reiterate when that is and what parents can do.
Okay, so for tonight, it's going to be the CTE, Career and Technical Education session. It's going to have Tanika Williams there, and she's going to provide a lot of information about career pathways and even the ICOM program, which is a very popular program here, where a lot of our businesses are joining to help our students get their internship opportunities, which we understand that's very important for them.
Well, this is the Cumberland County School Day because we're going to have Shayla Bannister in to talk about the meals. You know, just because school is out right now, there's still involvement with this program, for example, tonight, and the fact that the school system is still feeding kids. A big portion of what the school system does for our kids, especially those who are less fortunate in our community. So we're going to have her in here next hour. So This is the Cumberland County School Day. I'm glad to have both of you here. Thank you so much for taking time out your day. And
Thank you.
folks, check out that program tonight on Facebook Live. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be partly cloudy and hot with a high temperature of 98 but feeling like 101. A stray storm is also possible. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low of 76. Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 99 feeling like 106, and some storms will arrive by late afternoon and evening. The weekend is going to stay hot as well with highs near 100 with more afternoon storms, and while next week is slightly cooler, only in the upper 80s. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, the temperature's on the move right now. 79 degrees in Hope Mills, Fayetteville, and also Fort Bragg. You're listening to News Talk 640. We are WFNC.
Military retired? Back pain, neck pain, arthritis? Did you know the VA now covers chiropractic? If you're in pain and you're tired of taking pills, you're tired of injections, you're tired of medication, isn't it time to try chiropractic? Speak to your VA doctor. Tell him Dr. Nelson at Nelson & Nelson Chiropractic wants to help you. 30 years of experience serving our proud military and veterans. Now the VA covers chiropractic. But you've got to request a referral to Nelson & Nelson Chiropractic Centers. 6 locations,